My name is Cheryl Taylor, and I am a kidney transplant recipient. In 2009, I started dialysis in February. Before that, before I went on dialysis, my primary care doctor referred me to a nephrologist back in 2008. And she started telling me that my kidneys were failing and that eventually I was going to have to go on dialysis. So in 2008, I got my portal, where they could hook me up so that the blood could go through one port and come out the other as they're cleaning your blood, because that's what dialysis does. It cleans your blood because your kidneys are not functioning properly and they can't do that. So that's what the dialysis machine does. Like I said, I started dialysis in 2009, February of 2009, and I'm really grateful to God for the kidney dialysis, because everybody would say they're sorry. And I said, what do you have to be sorry about? I said, because the kidney dialysis is keeping me alive. And so I'm grateful to God for dialysis. A lot of people didn't understand because I kept moving. On days that I went to dialysis, I would still come up to the mall and do my work with Miss Edna Pimpleton, because it was with our organization, which is the Oak Cliff Community Development Corporation. And I am one of the people that, work with that organization. And so that's what I was doing here at the mall, working with that organization, and also helping with Miss Edna Pimpleton, my mentor at the Oak Cliff Community Development Corporation, and also with the Southwest Center Mall. And I would come up here, and there was only a few times that I can remember while I was on dialysis that my body said, you're tired, you need to go home and rest. So I kept moving. I kept on an active basis doing something, because I didn't want to be one of the ones that said, aren't you tired? Don't you want to? I said, no. If I'm tired, I'll let you know. So I kept going. Come 2013, I was on the list for Baylor in Fort Worth and Baylor in Dallas. I was on the kidney list. And I got a call July. I had my kidney transplant July the 12th. My birthday was July 6th. And I got a call that week, that Wednesday as a matter of fact. And the lady from Baylor All Saints, she called me. And she called me about 1:30 at night, a.m. And I was asleep. So she had called me twice. I didn't pick up the phone, so my backup number is my mom's home number. And I stay with my mom. And my mother came upstairs and said, you need to take this call. So I'm thinking, who died? Because I had some friends who had lost loved ones, and I had a family member or two that had passed away. So I'm thinking, who passed away? And it was the lady from Baylor All Saints. And she said, I need to do a quick interview with you because we have a possible kidney for you. So we talked for about 20 or 30 minutes, and she said, okay, everything sounds good. Now, it had gotten to be 2 a.m. in the morning, and I thought, I'm going back to sleep. She said, no, we need you to go to Baylor in Dallas and get your blood work drawn. I said, Heidi, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. She said, I know, they're waiting on you. I said, okay. So I called the Yellow Cab Company. They came and picked me up. I went to have all my blood drawn out because they took about 16 vials of blood from me that night. I told the people, am I going to have any left? They said yes. So I came back home, and she had told me, go to sleep, and they would call me the next morning and let me know what transpired from me getting the blood drawn. Well, they still, at about 9:30, the lady told me, she called me back, and she said, you can go ahead and eat, but they still hadn't finished with your blood work yet. But she says, what I need you to do is go to Baylor All Saints and see the nephrologist and see the physician's assistant. I went up there, had that done, and talked to them, and they said everything was looking good. I came out and I said, well, let me call Heidi. So I called her back and I said, I'm finished. She said, you're a match, and I need you to come back at 12 o'clock tonight. And this was on a Thursday. So she needed me to come back at 12 o'clock that night to the emergency room. She said, come through the emergency room. So I came through the emergency room. I signed in. They had my paperwork ready. I went to my room, and Friday morning at 7 a.m. is when they took me to surgery so I could have my transplant done. So I am really grateful that I have a kidney transplant now, but I still stay active and I still stay busy. And to glory be to God for all that He has done for me.